You'd think asking, "How are you?" would be simple, right? Well, in German, it can be surprisingly tricky. Getting it right is your key to a smooth, polite conversation. But getting it wrong? Yeah, that can lead to some seriously awkward moments. So today, we're going to make sure you get it right every single time.
So let's just dive right in with the single most important question. Are you sure you're using the right you? You know, in English, you is just you. That's it. But in German, oh no, that one little word comes with its own social rulebook, and it's absolutely the first thing you need to master.
And that brings us to the Great Divide. This is the biggest concept in everyday German, the split between formal and informal. This distinction is, and I mean this, everything. And it all comes down to two little words.
Okay, let's break down the rules of the road here. On one side, you have the informal du. This is your go-to for family, for friends, for your peers. It's warm, it's familiar. You'll also pretty much always use du with other young people, even if you just met. Then, on the other side, you have the formal Sie. You use this with strangers, your boss, elders, anyone in a professional setting, anyone you need to show respect to. And here is the crucial takeaway, the golden rule. When in doubt, always start with Sie. Trust me, it's way safer to be a little too formal than way too familiar.
Okay, so we've got the do versus Sie rule down. So how does that actually change the way we ask, how are you? Well, it all comes down to three key phrases. So here's how it actually works. If you're asking one friend, just one person, you'll say, Wie geht es dir? See that D there? It connects right back to do. Easy enough. Now, if you're talking to a group of friends, that changes. It becomes Wie geht es euch? But, and this is the important part, in any formal situation, doesn't matter if it's one person or 100, it is always Wie geht es Ihnen, with a capital I. If you can master these three, you'll get it right every time.
Of course, a conversation is a two-way street. Once you ask the question, you have to be prepared to answer it yourself. So let's get you equipped with the perfect response, no matter how you're actually feeling.
You've got a whole spectrum to choose from here. Feeling amazing? Go with a confident prima or wunderbar. Just having a normal day? Na ja, es geht, which is kind of like, well, it's okay. Or the classic so la la work perfectly. And hey, if things aren't going so well, it's okay to be honest. Nichts besonders for not great or just schlecht for bad are totally direct and fine to use. There's an option for every mood.
But let's go one step further. Mastering how are you is great, but if you truly want to sound like you know what you're doing, you need the foundation of all polite German conversation.
And really, it just comes down to these three essential words. Get these down, and you are absolutely golden.
First up, danke. It means thanks, and it is completely non-negotiable. You can even level it up with danke schön for thanks a lot, or vielen Dank for many thanks. It's simple, it's powerful, and it is always appreciated.
Next is the Swiss Army knife of German words, bitte. This one is incredible. Someone says danke, you say bitte for your welcome. Need to ask for something? You use bitte for please. It is the perfect all-purpose polite word. You'll use it constantly.
And finally, Entschuldigung. This is your excuse me or sorry. And notice how this circles right back to our main theme. You have the informal Entschuldige if you bump into a friend, or the formal Entschuldigen Sie if you need to get a stranger's attention. It just shows how fundamental that formal-informal rule really is.
So it all really comes down to this. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it and to whom. You're now equipped with the rules. The only question left is, the next time you get the chance, which you are you going to choose?